But it's dangerous outside. The disease! Everyone outside is exposed! That's why I brought her here! She matters to me! I wanted to protect her! At least her. Preserve.
Whoa, relax, dude. Take it easy, man. Cool your beans, bro.
Alright, I'm not here to waste your time like I wasted it on this game. Let's get into the good. First off, the presentation is actually excellent, especially for an Unreal Engine 5 game. I think this is where most of the attention went in the development. As much as I joked about the helmet and the suit, it definitely is a unique design. I haven't seen much like it. The environment is impressive. It's just a pleasure to look at all the time. I saw a ton of people having performance issues, but just for me, which I do have an overkill PC so I'm not the best case scenario, it ran like a dream. 0 performance issues. There was one moment that truly did blow me away. You know that moment on like a winter night at 3 AM after a big snow and nobody's outside? The lights have that orange glow. This game perfectly captured that feeling. It was short but quite pleasant. There was a great moment towards the end of that chapter that did startle me a bit. You get to the top of this apartment building and see a door that has been the same style door that leads you to your safe room. You go in and wham, you're confronted with this hulking creature. It's relentless, and it's actually a little challenging. He has weak points that bring me back to Dead Space. He's always moving, so it's a bit of a challenge to hit. It's cramped space and I was low on items, but it was satisfying to finally drop him. And in fact, he shows up for a little scare a little later that did get me. Now I hate to break it to you, but that's it. That's genuinely it. I tried my little heart out to write it even a sentence more of the good. So let's get into the bad.
We haven't touched the controller for 45 minutes.
Holy moly, is Cronos New Dawn profoundly mediocre.
This is a load of barnacles.
From every single franchise it takes from, it makes only vomit. It's as if you have a cake, you have a lemon cake, you have a chocolate cake, vanilla cake, coffee cake, right? Okay, but cramming all those together makes mush. This is a mush game. Total lack of understanding of what made these games distinct and good. For example, Dead Space combat is built off the interaction of their very unique weapons and abilities, like Kinesis, Graviton Accelerator, Line Cutter. Yeah, you have your standard pulse rifle if that's what you want, but the sandbox is diverse in the best way, and you get to play with all these toys and make every encounter interesting. Resident Evil 4 has a wide array of level design with a hard line of resource management that makes you sit on the edge of your seat. So what does Cronos New Dawn do? Every fight takes place in a square room or a hallway with a few pylons in the way. In one boss fight, it was just a blatant set of rectangles. You and the boss can't move that fast, so it feels like a warehouse of an arena. And the sandbox, oh my word, the balancing has ruined this. The charge shot on the pistol, the first gun you'll carry, and it will take you through the whole game no problem. It's painfully boring. Every fight feels the same. Just walk backwards and shoot blindly. Now you do have the shotgun, but you'll just want to blow all your upgrade points on the handgun. I got the upgrade for the auto pistol, tried it, blew through my ammo, instantly threw it in the vault and went back to the charge shot. And the inventory, the inventory. It's barely 4 slots, and your guns and any additional variation of your gun also takes up a spot. You can upgrade it, sure, but it takes a while and you'll literally just want to get more health and charge time reduction. It's not even a satisfying inventory, it's so PowerPoint basic. The sandbox is horrifically basic as well. No weapon has a wild or unique variation, it's just a gun. And you know what? You don't even need to shoot most of the time. In the environment, there's these excess of explosive barrels. They are for real everywhere. And after you blow it up, you can reconstruct it and blow it up again. You can even punch the flame one since you're immune to fire. You could just run around, and mind you, does this look challenging whatsoever to you? Does it look fun or interesting? No. You can run past most enemies, which have so little variation. How many times have you played a game with a spitter type, a quick type, a tank type? We've seen it all, and it's not the if it's not broke, don't fix it. They actively broke it. And this game was going for merging mechanics. It was inspired in all the trailers. It showed it at the Gamescom. It's where you need to burn enemies you killed so that they can't be used to heal or reinforce the next. This almost never happened to me. I was always able to stay on top of it. Only in a few cases, and one time where I let them upgrade themselves unhindered just to see what would happen. And eventually, I think the game realized this and decided to just start throwing higher merged enemies at me. Part of this mechanic is everything looks dead in the environment, right? Remember that dead necromorph at the start of Dead Space? They fake it just the same in this, except the mechanic is instantly dropped because I guess it was too interesting, and they early on give you a scanner attached to your gun to see health levels on enemies. So now all you need to do when you enter a room is wave your gun around at all the dead bodies, and surprise, it's over. Like, what the actual hell were they thinking? Let's make a mechanic, then instantly make it pointless. You have to ask yourself, did anybody play this? Also, the melee is about as effective as slapping Arnold Schwarzenegger with a piss-wet napkin. It only makes him angrier. The only use that works is breaking the boxes, which are the same yellow paint boxes as every other game. And let's talk about save rooms. They are peppered every 10 feet. They are so afraid of you having any challenge. And when I did die and didn't save, I had an autosave only seconds before I died? What's the point of a manual save room if it means nothing? This is like backwards game design. And here's an example of how close room is to another. And the enemies are uninspired fleshy masses. No originality. We've seen this same like body horror style before. And it's something that has been plaguing a lot of these games, is everything being motion captured. Not too many people talk about this. Yes, it's smooth, it looks human, which is not what I want out of a monster whose intention is to scare me. When you do motion capture for these inhuman creatures, they get the same feeling as a man in a suit. They never have the twitchy, freaky movements. Nothing's unnatural, and it doesn't feel like it goes against the laws of nature. The unknown is scary, right? But I know how a human moves, and I know how a human trying to mimic something scary moves. On to the story.
People will buy anything. That doesn't
I won't spoil it majorly. If for some reason you still want to play this game, I don't recommend it. If you must, then watch all the cutscenes on YouTube. Let me know if you've heard this kind of story before. There's a time loop you've been going through before again and again, and it's only getting more messy as it goes on. And by the end, you realize there might be no way to save the future, and the ending leaves it ambiguous if you even did. Literally every Redditor short horror story. And when I was transported back to the past in one of the first missions, you're like, whoa, oh, am I in a dream? Am I going crazy? What's going on? The environment is completely changed. Maybe this is a little interesting. Before you even get to find out for sure, an item description spoils it for you. Did anyone test this? And the main character talks like a mental patient in a padded room.
I have reached the shelter. It is locked. Relic module found. An emitter. It can be used to manipulate the oddities. Accessing predecessor's travel log. Attempting data salvage. Target seeded.
Like, when you go check a door and it's locked, do you go, strange, this door mechanism seems to be in the locked position. I cannot enter a locked door since it is locked. I think the only way would be a key which activates the tumblers and opens the door. No, nobody talks like this, and especially not to themselves either. It's so distracting. This game feels like it doesn't know what it wants to be. A walking sim? A survival horror? Something else entirely? And for the survival horror aspect, it's horrifically linear. You will never not know where to go, and a path is always straight. A tiny bit of backtracking in a few cases, and ammo and health management. Look, it's no secret that in some of these games, the ammo and health system is managed by some deep algorithm to ensure you're not just on the cusp of having enough. Some are more honest, while others more manufactured. But in this game, it's not trying to pull any punches with that algorithm. You feel it gives you exactly what you need to beat that fight. It gives you exactly what you're missing in the moment. So once I figured that out, I just spam use all my items with reckless abandon. Run past all the enemies. Floor it since nobody will stop me. I'll always kill one monster and get another clip. And I think some of that stems from the fact there's no weapon besides your guns. No kick or knife like Leon. No kinesis. And melee is limp and useless. This is about as bland and uninspired as Callisto Protocol, maybe even less so, since just being after that game and learning nothing, it's a joke. Loop are the walking sim company, and yet again made a total dud of a game. And if the player numbers have anything to say about it, I don't think I'm the only one who's thinking this. Why in the world would you release a game around Silksong? What a bad idea. Oh, and just a quick mention, the intro, there was no build-up. Zero. No build-up in a scary game. They showed their hand right away with a pathetic start, and I saw the monster within the first 10 minutes, and they were less than a threat. In the voice acting,
What have you done to me? Oh, is happening? What did you do?
A choice has been made. Only joining with the rest can give you the possibility of survival.
Cut the crap. I'm not joining anything. I know about the outbreak, about the disease.
need I say more? How is the voice acting in a gacha game for phones have better voice acting?
Do you need some therapy? If you need to get some things off your chest, come see me.
Nikes and humans are destined to kill each other. The savagery of these outlaws is no worse than your own prejudice.
So this is what it feels like to be shackled?
And it drags on and on and on. And I don't want to drag you on and on in this review, so it's over. All in all, this game was simply a bland mess in the shadow of greater games. I do not recommend anyone play this. It wasn't offensively bad, and it wasn't even close to good. It was just boring. And that might be a worse sin in itself. Boy, I had a lot to say on this one. Not very edited or funny as my usual videos, but just figured I'd try this one out. Have a wonderful week and consider doing what helps me out so I can make more videos for you. Bye.